gonna start working on the head here. So I think what I'm gonna do first is there's a little thingy missing right here with 3 bolts. I'm gonna go take that off of here. This is what's supposed to be on there, so this is gonna come out. I hope there's no gasket there, unless hopefully I have the gasket, and I'm gonna put that on. And then I have this bag of lifters here. These are the lifters that came from my Eclipse, and I replaced them with 3rd gen lifters, the third, and I realized that, wait a minute, these are the same lifters, but I went and replaced them anyway. I just kept these, maybe to sell them or just in case. And well, I get a chance to upgrade them, so that's what's gonna happen. And this is what one of them looks like. It's pretty easy to install, they just come out. But yeah, they're like in there, so you have to take them out, take some stuff out, and there it is. It's supposed to go down. I think you're just gonna get a paper clip and open it. So that's gonna be my first 2 tests on this head. And I don't know, it looks like maybe when it was shipped here, they're a little rough with it or something. I see some the edges here are not in such good shape. Hopefully the bottom is not messed up. That's the important part. But I'm just gonna grind these flat, and so I gotta start taking the cams out first. Here's my out. Take this dealie out. I have really no idea what this does. Doesn't appear to be doing anything. Well, this locks some passages, so yeah, so if anybody knows what this little dealie does here, please let me know. It looks like there's a check ball there, so it has something to do with oil pressure or something. Anyway, well, it's gonna go on there. I went and installed it. I installed it at like 9 foot-pounds, or 8 or 9 foot-pounds. I didn't really know what the torque is. They're smaller than these bolts, and these go on at 15. So I decided not to thing it. So alright, I'm gonna take the camshafts off now and change the lifters. But yeah, they're on there, and they're torqued to 9, so I think that should be fine. Here's my out. I don't know, this is what happens when you buy a head off of eBay. Look at that. It's this cam bolt is bent, so I'm gonna have to use one of those ones to replace it. It's a good thing I have it. The other ones don't seem bent. It looks like something might have hit it. I hope this other one screws on just fine. Yeah, it seems fine. Seems a little loose, but I don't know how loose it's supposed to be, but yeah, there's a little bit of play. Should be fine. So I'm just gonna get maybe that'll probably happen during shipping. The cam caps aren't on tight, so I just hope these other ones are okay. They seem okay. Yeah, so they just didn't tighten it very well, and then something hit it. Yeah, this thing was not packaged very well. Here's my out. Alright, so what I'm up to right now is these are like stuck, because I guess there's no more oil in them. They've been sitting around for a while, so you can loosen them. We're hitting a little button in here somewhere. And they should move. There we go. So now they move. So you want them to move. So that's how you. They say that you can prime them, like you can stick them in oil and then prime it. But they said not. I also hear not to prime it because like it might be too hard on startup and it might hit the valves. So we'll see. Anyway, I'm not going to prime it. I know these were in the car before, so they should have some oil in them. So, alright. So I'm just doing that for all of them and just sticking them in the head. So I've gone ahead and I got ahead and installed half of the 3G lifters, and you can get an idea of what the difference are between the 3G lifters and the 2G, not the 2G lifters, but the old school style DSM lifters. So you can tell the hole is much bigger. There you go. So I'm trying to clean these cam caps off a little bit. They seem okay. I just make sure there's oil over everything. There's not even any cam seals on here, so I'm gonna install those also. Need some out. Oh yeah, we're gonna see here all the cam components. Pretty cool. So they're all numbered in a certain order. L is on the intake and R is on the exhaust, and it goes one from the timing belt side down to like 5 or 6. So a little knowledge there. Here's my out. Yeah, put them on. I'll put all the lifters on, and I've made sure they all move, sorta, kinda. And all I have to do is put the rocker arms back on. Go ahead and do that now. The story about these lifters, the ones that I took out on my 2G, or that I was like, oh, I have to change the valve cover gasket. I might as well upgrade the lifters while I'm at it, right? Well, turns out these already had upgraded lifters. If not, I mean, they're different. They're really different than the ones that are on here right now, so they're definitely an upgrade. There they are. All on there. I have to put the camshafts. I'm going to go ahead and oil all the little journals here. And then I'm going to stick the camshafts on there, and I'm not going to torque them quite yet. I think I'm going to start studying the manifold and then I'm going to clean that up, check it, see how it matches the exhaust manifold gasket, and then I think I'm going to call it a night. Yeah, I think I'm going to call it a night. It's getting kind of late. Here's the out. Cam's back on there. I'm going to go ahead and start studying the manifold. Looks good. Looks like it's getting somewhere. So start studying the manifold. Alright, it's about 11 o'clock-ish, or 2300 for you military time folks. I think I'm gonna call it a night. I think I pretty much got the bare minimum of what I wanted to accomplish today, so I'm happy. So just a quick recap. I started on the intake manifold. I cleaned the shit out of this thing. This thing is amazing, and yeah, I cleaned out all the goop inside the runners. I cleaned the EGR out. I pulled the EGR off. I cleaned it. It wasn't super dirty or plugged, but sure a lot of carbon came out of it, and I resurfaced I scraped all the gasket off, the old gasket, and then I resurfaced it with discs. So this bad boy is ready to go back on. Yeah, so intake manifold squared away. I think that took the most time today. And then I studded the manifold, and I installed the 3G lifters. There's the old lifters. Studded. I studded the head, the cylinder head. I did find out that shit. Where is it? I found. I don't know where it is. Oh, here we go. So I found out I had one bent cam bolt. I don't know how that happened. It probably happened while shipping, because this one is like sticking out a whole lot. That's why one of them looks gold, and one of them does. I don't know why the old head is everything looks gold, like the oil stained it gold. It's kind of weird. I had to put this thingamajigger back in, some oil valve dealy, and I oiled the journals. I just put the intake and exhaust cams back on. They're just hand tight though. One cool thing I like about this manifold is about these cams is that it has a little like a hex nut type thing cast onto it, so you can torque the cam gears onto the cams. Not a lot of engines have that. Well, the Chrysler engines don't have it. And I did find out one of these damn it, I know, one of these studs kind of sheared on the outer part. It sheared a bit, like just a tiny bit, enough where like it'll be kind of sketchy if I try to use it. So I'm gonna go see if I can find another stud somewhere. I'm sure I could find one somewhere. Pet Boys or Winchester Auto should have it. I hope they have it. I studied the exhaust side. I studied the coolant housing dealy right here. Oops, sorry. And then the distributor studs and 2 intake studs. And yeah, that took a good another hour. So I've been on it. Forgot with the help of my handy dandy Dremel tool here, I grinded those parts that were like bent up from hitting something. I don't know what the UPS guy was doing with this head. I probably didn't even know that this was a critical engine component, you know. Oh, it was actually the mail service. But I think it should be fine. It's right at the end. I don't think it'll leak. So should be okay. Actually, under here too. Also, it's bent under here also, like right here. So I had to grind this a little bit flush. I don't think this has anything to do with sealing the head gasket though. I don't think it seals the head gasket at all. But it's just I don't, you know, I'm somewhat a perfectionist. All right, it doesn't make it out. So yeah, I'll just have to clean up. I think when next we meet, I'll be cleaning this up. Exhaust manifold. I wanted to get that done today if I had extra time, but I didn't. That should be easy. I'm gonna have to port this little lip out here, because I will not be using that ring anymore. And plus the other turbo doesn't use that ring. So what else? Oh, I'm gonna clean this O2 housing up also. Also, I had to take the stud off of the old turbo and put it on the new turbo, or I can get another bolt. I'm not too sure about that. Yeah, actually I could, huh? Yeah. I'll see if I can find another bolt somewhere. I might have one lying around, maybe, sorta, kinda. Or I can just go to the junkyard and get one. Yeah, that would be good. Then I could get a new heat shield, because I'm not really too happy with that heat shield. Yeah, and I think, and then the turbo. I'm probably gonna gasket match the turbo. Yeah, I'll probably gasket match the turbo, and that will be it. And then I'm gonna smoothen this guy out, clean it up. It looks fucking gross. It looks worse than my old manifold. My old O2 housing. Maybe clean up the inside too. There's like stuff growing in there, yuck. And smoothing out these this porting here, make it look halfway decent, right? And then I'm gonna clean this engine hook. Dealy. I'm gonna scrape off all this rust, or sand it off, and then I'm gonna paint it black. And that should about be it. And probably clean up the turbo. There's some RTV all over this turbo. I don't know why. And then install the turbo lines. Probably install the intake manifold, and then start studding the block. Get the little washers for these guys ready. So there's still a lot of work to do. Still a lot of work. I gotta install the Wastegate actuator. Oh my. And then the timing belt components. Oh my god. The water pump. There's a lot of work still left to do. So there you go. HadesOmega out.